You wake up one morning. You step outside, but the streets are deserted. Shops are closed, no school, people have hidden their faces. No one wants to meet eyes. Everyone lives with the same fear. What if I'm sick? What if I've touched someone who's sick? This scene might look familiar to you. We all lived this in 2020. But this wasn't humanity's first pandemic. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be the last. Today, I'll take you on a journey through time. We will explore together the 5 most devastating, deadly, and instructive pandemics in human history. Pandemics brought not only disease, empires fell, new orders were established, the world changed. If you're ready, let's begin. The year is 1347, medieval Europe. A ship docks at the Italian port of Caffa, but most passengers on this ship are either dead or dying. With this ship, the plague enters Europe. Within just a few years, Europe, Asia, and North Africa are all shaken by this disease. People couldn't understand. Some bodies turned black, some developed swellings on their necks. One person died in a house, and the next day the whole family was gone. About 200 million people lost their lives. 1/3 of the world's population at the time. In some cities, there weren't even people left to bury the dead. From the church to scholars, everyone was left without answers. Some believed it was God's wrath. Others blamed the Jews. Europe's social and religious structure was forever changed. The Black Death did more than kill. It drove the collapse of the feudal system, the rise of the working class, and the birth of modern Europe. 1519, Hernán Cortés lands on Aztec territory with a few hundred men. But he brings not only weapons, but an invisible enemy. Smallpox. Until that day, this virus had never been seen in the Americas. The Aztecs, the Incas, they had no immunity. The virus began with fever and pustules and ended in death. The native peoples were powerless against it. Perhaps Cortez's deadliest weapon was the disease itself. The continent was conquered not only by war, but by virus. Aztec and Inca civilizations were driven to collapse by smallpox. It's estimated that 90% of the America's native population perished. This stands as one of history's most striking examples of a disease destroying a civilization. World War I has ended. Everyone is drunk on victory. But the world faces a far greater enemy, the Spanish flu. In just 2 years, over 500 million people are infected. About 50 million die, far more than the war itself claimed. It's called the Spanish flu, but it didn't start in Spain. Warring nations censored bad news. Neutral Spain did not. When reports first emerged from Madrid, the name stuck. Its most terrifying feature, it targeted young, healthy adults, not the elderly. Soldiers, laborers, students, deaths occurred so rapidly that someone could go to work in the morning and be dead by evening. Streets emptied, public transport halted, masks became commonplace. In some places, public kissing was banned. The images from those days eerily resembled 2020. The year is 2002. In China's Guangdong province, a mysterious illness emerges. High fever, cough, respiratory failure. It's called SARS. Severe acute respiratory syndrome, a coronavirus, just like COVID-19's cousin. Quickly, it spreads from Asia to Canada. Healthcare workers suffer heavy losses. In total, about 8,000 people are infected and 800 die. Though the numbers seem small, SARS was a wake-up call. The world realized its fragility in the face of such viruses. Flights were canceled, quarantines imposed, borders closed. Yet this was only the beginning of a far greater storm. Late 2019, an unexplained pneumonia appears in Wuhan, China. No one pays much attention. Within weeks, the virus goes global. In March 2020, the World Health Organization declares a pandemic. COVID-19 changed not only our health, but our lifestyle. Schools closed, Remote learning began. Offices empty, people worked from home. Weddings, funerals, holidays, everything paused. Millions died. But vaccines were developed at unprecedented speed. Humanity answered with the power of science. COVID-19 reminded us what truly matters: health, loved ones, freedom,